Next topic. Nintendo. Predictions for the Nintendo presentation taking place on Tuesday of E3.
We're supposed to have 5 each for this.
5 each for this.
It's going to get real weird at the end.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. Greg, kick us off, right?
Mine get not weird, but I mean, this is like whatever. Because here's, I think, either going to come out, they're going to extend the free online trial period for your Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
We're still gathering data. We're excited about the launch of ARMS. We've seen so much with Mario Kart. We've decided to extend this through the holiday season.
Okay.
That you can try this for online for free because it still doesn't work. And we don't have the app ready.
And friend codes are the worst.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I buy that.
Yeah.
Especially, I'll get back to it when we make some other predictions, but I want to talk about that online service. But okay.
Sounds good.
Go
3
for it.
words. Speaking of Jeremy Dunham, Rocket League Switch.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's
a
a
good one.
really good one.
It's a good fit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
Super good fit. Makes a lot of sense. They like getting more online games on there. And I don't
We've
know.
talked about it in the morning show. The ability to play it local with Switches
Right.
is what would change it for me. Because the problem I have with it now is the fact that I loved Rocket League playing it before when we played it in the office on demos and stuff. And then when it finally came out, went away for the weekend, came back, and everyone's doing amazing tricks. I'm like, well, I can't even fucking. There was a game where I just got fucking shut out, and eventually the guy just drove around me in circles with the ball because he felt sorry for me. I was like, well, yeah, should do this.
So
You know,
reset
I'd be
the playing
excited
field.
about that makes sense too, especially when Nintendo's kind of focus on indie games of that caliber. Like
Yeah,
that
totally.
Type. So,
And it's
and the
print-
multiplayer focus and all that.
It's printing money for them, and like
Yep.
it's going to be a platform that they're going to keep adding to for like another 2 years probably.
Yeah.
So they need to establish it on as many platforms.
And from talking to Dunham a whole bunch of times, they're totally about getting it on as
they want it
as
everywhere.
possible. So.
Super Smash Bros. Switch
Oh yeah.
Deluxe. Super Smash Bros. Deluxe for Switch.
Oh
So
my
basically
God,
what they did with
please.
Mario Kart, but for Smash.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
So that is one of my predictions. That's the one that I wanted to bring this up. I think that they're going to push the online to be free because I think Smash will be the more premium thing when they actually institute the paid online.
Is this a prediction now, or are you just putting a
that's not a
footnote?
prediction. No, I'm
Okay.
just like talking footnote
Gotcha.
about that. So I do buy that they're going to push the online
Extend
to
it?
be
Okay.
to be later because that makes sense. Because I think that Smash is going to come out next year, early next year in February.
You have any thoughts about date?
No thoughts about date.
Do you have any thoughts on what the Smash port would be?
What do you mean?
New characters?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like what they would add to it
Yeah.
to make it like deluxe? I mean, obviously a new character or 2 would make sense. I think.
motherfucking ice
I think if
climbers.
they announce it they announce it in this direct, they announce a new character specifically for this version,
Splatoon kid.
Inklings, yeah.
Ink thing, yeah.
or like an ARMS character or somebody.
Yep.
I don't know. An
yeah.
ARMS character makes sense.
That's good.
So the prediction I have down for Smash was it's going to mix the 3DS and Wii U stuff. So it'll be all the Smash Run stuff in the 3DS and all the stages that were 3DS exclusive and all the Wii U exclusive stages. Put those all together. There was a leaked image that came out a couple days ago that the validity of it is up for debate. But that would make a lot of sense. And then, I think Ice Climbers return. I think that they would announce that during this. And then the get hyped moment would be Ribbon Girl or the fucking Spring Dude from ARMS or the Inklings. But I also can see them kind of holding off for when those games are released in the next month and 2 months after. Because Nintendo's all about taking Smash and using it to hype up the other games with their directs and stuff. So like there'll be a direct for ARMS and it ends with an ARMS character, right? So I can see that making a lot of sense. But I don't think we're going to see it this year, but I do think we're going to get it.
You know who I want for their extra character? Is those weird, like, normal looking humans from Odyssey.
Mario?
Yeah. The guy with the hat on.
There needs to be an Odyssey level, like, right? Finding a place to fight.
Because they have that, like, Wii U trainer.
Yeah.
Like Wii Fit trainer. They always have, like, the
She's
one
terrifying.
weird one out of there. Yeah. She's OP.
My thing with the Smash is I'm interested in how it differs from Mario Kart because adding characters to Smash is a lot of work and design time. And Sakurai has been like working on Smash for so long, and he's been saying, I'm done for so long, and then he just keeps going back and doing it. So I'm interested to see what he's working on and what his next game is, if it's going to be more Smash or not. This doesn't necessarily need him to lead it, but knowing him and like how he's made games, I imagine he'd be involved with the port intimately. And there's not too many characters that I think that they could add to hit that time frame. But I do think that it's a safe bet for Ice Climbers and 1 or 2 others.
All right.
I don't think Snake makes it back though.
Oh, no.
You'd always make DLC.
Yeah, I don't think there would be. and then DLC would be. Yeah.
This is it. This is your
'Cause
complete version.
What's interesting about
guess,
Nintendo right
yeah.
now is they're kind of in a freaking weird place where they're just porting all the Wii U games, which is awesome because it's getting the great games in
Well, a
front
lot of people
a new
didn't play them
audience.
as well.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's going to create a problem in a couple of years when So when are we getting the new Mario Kart? When are we getting the new Smash? No time soon.
That's future Nintendo's problem.
Yeah, but I mean that future is coming up very
Rapidly
soon.
approaching.
Yeah,
Right.
when they get all their games out in the first year of ports. All right, first prediction. Speaking of ports, Pokemon Stars is real.
Damn it.
Coming in
I think
October.
we all had that one.
Coming in October.
Okay.
And the thing that I think is the change here is on both 3DS and Switch.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I
yeah,
want it to
no.
be Switch exclusive,
For sure.
but it's not going to be.
You can't have a Pokemon game and not have it on 3DS.
But they've been so careful not to like to totally cannibalize the 3DS. To be like, yo, this is your new handheld platform.
The fact that
That's-
Fire Emblem Warriors is coming out on Switch and 3DS
Right, yeah.
is the one thing that I'm like, oh, they're totally
Just canary in
doubling
the
down.
coal
The
mine for
2DS XL, all this, they are not giving up on this 3DS, and they might as well sell millions of units of Pokemon Stars to an audience that wants it and already has the system. So, and I think that it is enough. It doesn't need to be exclusive on the Switch. That game is not going to push people to buy a Switch in the way that a new Pokemon game would.
Right.
So you might as well have it available on both. And I think that that would convince the people that already have a 3DS that still want, like, oh, fuck it, I'll upgrade because now it makes sense with Zelda, Mario Kart, Pokemon, and all that.
Number 2. They don't say a motherfucking word about the Virtual Console.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I think everybody's getting all hyped up that it's going to happen. It ain't going to happen. They're going to say goddamn word about this fucking thing.
It would be smart if they did, but Nintendo has not been making like the smartest publicity moves.
I feel like Nintendo, I'm trying to, now that I care about Nintendo, I'm trying to remember old directs and how people got hyped about certain things, but how directs flow usually and how it'll have, hey, Mario Odyssey is what we're pushing and we're excited about this future thing. And yeah, there'll be an announcement or two here, but this is what it's going to be about.
An important thing to note about Nintendo's presentation is they've made it very, very clear that this is focusing on 2017 games. And they're like, it's talking about the 3DS and Switch lineup, specifically Switch 2017 games. So if they didn't make a single announcement about a 2018 game, I don't think that would be a shock, because when Nintendo says they're going to talk about something in the Direct, they talk about that thing in the Direct.
Yeah.
When they say, hey, it's Splatoon or it's ARMS, you're getting a Splatoon trailer, that's all you get. There's no surprises or any of that shit. But fuck it, man. Like, I believe that they need to have some fun. So I don't agree with you about the Virtual Console.
Yeah?
thing. Yeah.
They're going to talk about details?
I'm jumping ahead of you guys, making my next prediction.
I don't know if that's
They-
fair.
I mean, do you guys have predictions about the Virtual Console?
No.
Okay, mine's direct opposition.
Okay.
Yeah. I predict that there will be Virtual Console talk. I agree with you. They're probably not going to, but I predict that they're going to.
Okay.
GameCube title support,
Uh-huh.
No.
and they got hype moment, Mother 3 finally being localized.
Ooh.
Yeah. If they're reading message boards, they'll fucking do it.
Okay. Okay.
Do you think Nintendo is reading message boards?
I think Mr. Nintendo's out there. He knows. If Mother 3 is not announced at E3, I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I think that now there's goodwill with Nintendo right now with giving certain groups what they want. And I think that they know, they are aware of this happening. And I think that if Virtual Console is talked about, that they're going to announce GameCube games and Mother.
Interesting.
Danny.
All right, boring one. Mario Odyssey release date.
Which will be?
Mid-November.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it. November 11th.
I put November.
Oh, that's good.
That was mine.
All right. My second Nintendo.
It's getting hard already, isn't
Dang
it?
it, which one am I going to go with? They are going to make a splashy show of all of the fun colored Joy-Cons that you can buy for Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
Will there be new colors?
There will be new colors. There will be combos of colors. There will be all kinds of colors of Joy-Cons that are overpriced.
People
Yeah.
are going to be excited.
But yes, so I, as a Switch owner, wish that I could have waited to buy Joy-Cons, but if you want to play Mario Kart with 4 people, you had to buy Joy-Cons now. Every store I've ever walked into only had the gray Joy-Cons. So hopefully they'll manufacture more, but I
Nintendo.
anticipate lots of colored Joy-Cons that they will be showing in their Direct.
All
That'll be a
right.
fun little video too of like blip 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 and the doo doo doo.
Yeah.
They're all going around.
All
changing
right.
colors. Yeah.
I made my second one
You
already.
did, yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
My third one and this is definitely a get hype moment. Internet browser is coming to Switch.
Nah.
Is that a get hype? That's a get hype
As somebody
moment.
who's in hotels a lot and can't connect their Switch to the internet, I'm pretty hyped about the ability to jump in and do it. And I think that's wise. I think that I would hope that now that there's practical use cases out there, like, oh, hey, this is a mistake. At the airport, people can't fucking download and buy
Yeah.
our games. That's trouble.
That's not an E3 presentation thing for them.
No?
No.
You think it's something they tacked on of like we're making changes?
I think that's just a firmware update at some point. If it
You know
ever
Nintendo better than me.
comes. I don't see them focusing on that in the
Well, the words are out of my mouth. So it's
Presentation.
happening.
Well, your prediction is trash. He's saying.
That's fine. I'm used to him shitting on me.
You got ready to go?
Oh, do I?
That's the thing. It's like it's also scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
Yeah.
Like what else is there?
I still have a couple good ones.
Okay.
I think there will be a. It's kind of a no-brainer. I have to put a number on this. They will announce, let's say, let's go balls out. 15 indie games that are coming to the Switch this year. They'll have a presentation that'll be like, because it's
The Nindies.
totally killing.
Is it new Indies or is it old Indies? Or,
I mean, ports of other indies that haven't come over.
but like totally new games, not just what we saw at GDC. Because we saw a lot at GDC that
They
still
announced
isn't
so
out.
much at GDC that I think 15 new announcements might be a bit much. I can imagine 15
like in total.
more detail on the things like release dates or
Like
whatever. Like
including
here's
the
a
ones they've
ukulele
already
release
talked
date
about.
and things like that.
I'll say 10.
Okay. Okay. 10 new announcements
Yeah.
of indie games.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know, you kind of put a thorn in some of mine by reminding us that that their presentation is going to be about stuff in 2017, because I have a couple here that are clearly not
Might as well have fun.
2017 predictions. But I do think that we are going to see something about Animal Crossing on Switch.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was one of mine too. I said teased. Animal Crossing teased was my prediction.
Yeah, it's coming. Animal Crossing Switch.
What's interesting about Animal Crossing is we know that the mobile game is coming. It got pushed. They said that the Zelda one's coming first, if I remember correctly on that. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Animal Crossing mobile game and Animal Crossing Switch had some type of cross situation going on. So I can see them talking about like teasing both. If they do talk beyond 2017, which I don't think they're gonna, but
Yeah.
fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah. My next one. I gotta jump on this shit before someone else even fucking mentions the word. The word? Metroid.
Yeah.
There's a big question of, will it even be mentioned at all? I think that it will. In fact, I'm gonna predict some crazy shit here. I think that both Metroid and Retro Studios game will be announced. Now, that's a weird statement to
What do you
make,
mean
is it
there,
not?
Tim?
I think that if Retro is working on Metroid, that'll be it. If Retro's not working on Metroid, whoever is, that'll be announced, and what Retro's being on, it will be announced.
Gotcha.
So, if it's retro with Metroid, one game. If it's Retro not doing Metroid, 2 games.
Gotcha.
Being announced.
All right. Interesting. That's a fascinating one.
What do you guys think about Metroid?
It's one of those like,
I think it's one of those like hopes and dreams.
yeah, but it's one of those that you predict every time, and it's got to happen eventually,
Eventually, yeah.
right?
I think the retro side of it is the more interesting part because they have to have something to announce at this point. It's been Tropical Freeze was years ago, so
I don't know if
But you think it'd be this year too?
no,
But they're-
I don't.
Okay.
There's no chance in hell that the Metroid game comes out this year. That's why I'm
Okay.
like, this is based on what Nintendo's saying. These are not going to be predictions that happen, but I still want to.
I'd almost prefer them to be on a new IP or something, because Nintendo have actually had success with new IP in the past couple of years. And Metroid was always one of those franchises that sold way more in North America than it did in Japan. So that love doesn't seem to be there either. So I don't know. Like,
Retro is American, so
right.
like I don't know. There's a lot going on with that, but the thing is, like, there's been rumors of like a 2D Metroid game. Like there's Metroid Prime, there's 2D Metroid. There's like, what else could it be? Retro working on Donkey Kong Country fucking returns again. Like I don't know, but there you go.
Some of mine have been burned, so now I'm going into the relief bag here on the fly. Nintendo is going to announce some fucking dumb partnership with some random business. It'll be like you can go to Pizza Hut or Subway and use their Wi-Fi to try new games or some weird ass shit like that. Some stupid ass partnership. You go to
That's a good
Macy's and you get a game good or whatever. You can get a new avatar for your fucking thing.
Okay.
I mean, nobody's mentioned the Rabbids yet, right? So
Oh, well, yeah.
I feel like
Pretty
Ubisoft.
locked at this point.
I know. outside of that, right? Because that's a little bit too obvious. Ubisoft are like they keep coming back. Like they just love supporting the shit out of Nintendo consoles. Through thick and thin. I think they're going to announce. I don't think any of their 2017 slot or stuff is going to come out. I can't see any Far Cry or new Assassin's Creed, any of that stuff coming to Switch. But I do think that maybe there's an outside bet that they might do some of, because they've done a lot of re-releases. So maybe the AC2 re-release stuff ends up on Switch, something like that.
You mean like the Ezio collection?
Yes. So something in that sort of like throwbacky, hey,
Well,
this will run on this machine. Right.
Definitive Edition's coming.
And that like felt more like a port rather than like re-releasing old stuff again. So yes, to your point, the Ezio collection is probably a good show.
I like your optimism. I think that
thought it was optimism.
Yeah, I think those games are too big for Switch.
Right.
I think it's too much work to port those games to Switch more accurately.
But they've gotten.
I like this because like I'm kind of gonna tag team you on the Ubisoft and Nintendo thing, because in no way are we not seeing Just Dance on the Switch.
Right.
So I didn't know if I wanted to save that for the third party predictions.
Just Dance was a launch title.
Was it?
Really? No, like the new Just Dance.
Oh.
Because Just Dance is gonna have another iteration. They're gonna do a new one.
Yeah.
Because it's
Not done
Ubisoft's
dancing.
bread and butter.
Of
They
course.
make lots of money. There will be a new one probably announced on Monday at Ubisoft.
That's the thing is, I
and then
think that
Tuesday
none
morning,
of this will be in Nintendo.
And then Tuesday
Right.
morning, Nintendo will say this new Just Dance is coming to the Switch.
Either do I. But you asked for 5.
Yeah,
so that's
no,
what you're
okay.
getting.
If they do that, I don't think they'll actually say. I think it'll be like in a montage or something. Because I do think that that's a Ubi announcement, not a Nintendo.
Yeah, no,
announcement.
and that's why I'm kind of confused about, like where it would fit better. I mean, I have some other like pipe dream predictions, like F-Zero on the Switch, but that's never happening
ain't
this
happening.
year.
But so here's
if
the
it's
thing.
happening, not this year.
The crazy thing about the F-Zero, and this is me just being super fucking hopeful, is if the GameCube Virtual Console support comes, I do think that we'll see F-Zero GX, which is the best fucking F-Zero game of all time.
I think if they do the GameCube stuff, they'll lead with the like Beautiful Joe. What was that called? Like the 5? The what was that set of games called that came out on GameCube? It was like the 5 really good games that they were all part of, or whatever.
I don't
I
know.
don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe they won't, because clearly no one remembers it.
Yeah, I mean, the Virtual Console thing is interesting because there's been rumors from Eurogamer from a long time ago of Melee, Luigi's Mansion, and Mario Sunshine coming. Mario Sunshine, I'm a little iffy on because of Odyssey coming out, but Smash Bros. Melee would be a fucking bombshell announcement of that being portable on the Switch. And if they did announce GameCube Virtual Console for this year with a Smash Bros. Game, that allows the port of the next one to come out in February and making that make a bit more sense. So.
I think F-Zero is a good shout as well. That console's made for it. I've got 2 of them, like Thumper, and what was the other one that came out? The Wipeout like
Fast Racing.
Yeah, I think it works really good. I think that's a good fit.
Yeah. All right.
She just did it.
That was
No,
mine.
did
Yeah.
Wasn't that yours?
No.
No, she tag teamed it.
Oh,
remember?
got it. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. My last one, From Software's game for Switch will be announced. We saw their logo on the thing a long time ago. I think it's either going to be a new IP, but more likely it'll be a Dark Souls 3 port.
Whoa.
That's a good call.
That's an interesting
God,
one.
the idea of playing Dark Souls on a Switch just feels like,
That's
here's my
why-
cool, casual, fun thing. And like, no.
That's why I think that there's a chance it might be a new IP
Right.
instead.
They could be working on 2 new IPs.
But that's the other thing. I'm like, I feel like it's more likely that we get just this 3 port. You got some other bullshit?
Well, this is tying into I'm going to give you now a little bit of a window. I'm painting you a picture. Okay. Reggie's up there. He's talking about this stuff, right? And he's like, what are you shaking your head at? No Reggie?
Well, I mean, he won't be up there. There's no stage.
Well, I mean, he's on the screen.
Got it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Reggie's
Do you think it's
talking.
Reggie?
I think Reggie's part of it, yeah.
Reggie
Everybody knows
hasn't been a
Reggie.
part of any of these things.
That's why it's time to ring him
this
back.
year. All
It's
right,
time to ring
I
him
agree
back.
with you.
Who are you going to put up? This hack Bill?
No, they've been using a bunch of random ass dudes.
Yeah, now we're bringing it back. Reggie's up there. He's
You
giving
mean
us.
members of the treehouse? They're not random ass dudes.
Well, I mean, but they're not like personalities that we know. We're learning them now, but they're not like the iconic. It's not Bill and them.
fan favorites.
Yeah.
Reggie's out there. He's talking about how well the Switch has been doing, but they want to do better. That's why this year they're announcing a whole bunch of little tweaks to make it better. The internet browser, this is coming in this firmware. Also included in a future firmware, the ability to transfer your saves to the little memory stick, because that's such a big deal. Your saves and all your shit's locked in. Not no more. We understand. We screwed that up. We're fixing that for you. I'm Reggie.
I'm Reggie.
Now let's talk about how you can go to Domino's and track your pizza with it as well.
What's up, guys? That was fun. If you want more kind of funny games, click there to subscribe. If you want other stuff, you can click there to subscribe to youtube.com/kindoffunny. You can support us on Patreon right there. And over here, if you click on this, you'll have to find out what happens. Is it Kevin's little belly button? It's not. I was going to say butthole.